Good morning, everybody. I've come on a little bit early this morning just to give you a chance to come and join me. What a hot day, isn't it beautiful? Too hot for me, though. You should all be out there in the sun, really, not sitting indoors doing a meditation. Hope you've all had a lovely week. Hope you've all got your fans on and plenty to drink. Good morning, June. Lovely to see you this morning. I do like a nice bit of sunshine, but it is a little bit too hot for me today. I don't know what you all think. I've seen it's going to be 34 later. Oh, goodness me. But we'll probably all be moaning that we want a thunderstorm, won't we, later on? So I hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's coping, trying to get back to normal. Maybe some people are going back to work. I've noticed a lot of my numbers have gone down with people who are watching big videos on YouTube. So I don't know whether people are going back to work or they've just got fed up with me and fed up with doing it. Maybe you can let me know afterwards what you feel, because I was debating whether I should just do my spiritual productions one every fortnight. I didn't know whether people were interested in the YouTube one, but we'll see. Good morning, Mary. Yeah, too hot for you as well. I think it is for a lot of people. I know my daughter's gone down to the coast today to visit her sister. I don't think they're going to last very long, but the good thing about that is, I suppose, when you're by the sea, there is a breeze. And I know where my eldest daughter lives, it's always really, really windy, so it's probably going to be cooler there for them than it is up here. So I'll give everybody a little bit. There's a few of you out there already, but I'll give you a few moments to come and join me today. Anybody got any exciting comments they want to put up to tell me about what they've been doing, or while we're waiting, because I'm sure you get bored listening to me. So what have you been up to, June? I can see you. Oh, Mary, I can see you put comments up. Have you doing anything exciting? I expect you've been looking after your grandchildren, June. I've recently, my youngest granddaughter is about 6 weeks old now, and she's absolutely beautiful. And they give you so much pleasure. Oh, Babs is on here as well now, fantastic. But you know why you're meant to have your children when you're younger? They wear you out, don't they? Definitely. Good morning, Chris from Spain. We were just talking about the weather, Chris. It's going to be 34 over here today. I don't know how hot it is where you are. Chris lives in sunny Spain. I'm not sure whether you've been locked down again where you are, Chris, or whether you're allowed out. Or to be truthful, I think a lot of us don't quite know what we're meant to be doing at the moment, do we? But as long as we do our best to keep ourselves safe and our loved ones safe and everybody else safe, that's the main thing. Keep sending our prayers out to the world. Hi, Bev from Saudi. I'm moaning about how hot it is, Bev, over here. It's going to be 34 today. Bev lives in Dubai, so she's used to the heat. I think it gets so hot over there, sometimes they can't even go out. So she's acclimatised. But we're never happy, are we? We moan when it's hot, we moan when it's cold. Or I do anyway. I expect everybody else does as well. Oh, it's only 40 degrees where Bev is, so that's quite not too bad, is it, Bev? I keep saying I'm going to go over to Dubai and see Bev. I don't think I'd survive. I don't think I could survive that heat. I did go to Australia, but it wasn't in their summer. It was sort of in their autumn time, and that was warm enough. But, it was quite strange because even though it was really hot, it was quite overcast when we went over there. So, you felt you weren't going to get a tan, but you're still getting brown anyway. Oh, Bev says it's not too bad if you're by the pool. Yeah, very nice if you've got one, Bev. My pool is not a bucket, a bowl of water to put my feet in if I need to. Mind you, that's nice. I think lots of people have actually got pools in their gardens now, haven't they? I know my eldest grandchildren have got sort of like one of these ones that sits on top of the grass that's quite big that you can get in and a good float about. Mind you, if I went down there and got in there, there wouldn't be any water left for them to get in. So I don't think that would be appreciated very much. But never mind. Okay, so I'll give it a little bit longer just to get a few more people, give them a chance to get on here with us. I don't know whether some of you know that obviously I'm based at Wimbledon Church, and our church has been open now. I think this will be the third Sunday this weekend. You have to book up if you want to go there. I haven't been yet because I've been trying to. I don't want to take people's places who really go every Sunday. So, good morning, Phil. Oh, it's a full, Mary, forgive me, Mary. It's a full Sunday. We're open this weekend. I'm not sure who our medium is, but I know our services are going to be online. Okay, Chris is saying in from Spain, she's allowed out, but not venturing very far, so she stays safe. Oh, it's 43 over in Spain, but she's staying indoors with her babies, and I think that means her animals. Chris is an animal lover, and I know she's always animals are very close to her heart, and she does do a lot of healing. She's a healer, and she does do a lot of healing with her animals. So that's lovely. Yeah, so I know Ashley from Wimbledon is on this evening at 8 o'clock on Spiritual Productions doing his show, which should be great. I've been roped into doing a quiz night. I don't know whether many of you know about it on Spiritual Productions on Thursday evening, 8 o'clock. It's going to be, I don't know a lot about it, but apparently it's nothing spiritual, but it's going to be like Celebrity Squares, and it's all for charity. So I think it would be quite a good night. I should imagine probably the mediums and healers and people that are on the show are going to make themselves look very, very silly. Good morning, Linda. But I'm up for that. I don't mind. So that should be a good night on Thursday evening. I'm not sure what the cause is that it's going to, and that's very naughty of me. I should have looked, but it must be a good cause. Otherwise, Richard wouldn't do it. So it's a fabulous way of getting a little bit of money together. I mean, as you know, all the mediums and people who do their shows all do it for nothing. So same as Richard. So it should be a good evening and quite a laugh. And I think I don't think any of the questions are allowed to be spiritual. I've no idea what questions people are going to ask us. I'm probably better off that I don't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. And yeah. So I don't know why, but I've got a feeling Ashley might be doing the Saturday night mediumship as well as Spiritual Productions, but I'm not absolutely certain. Excuse me while I have a slurp. So I'll give it a couple more minutes because we'll give it 5 minutes for people to get on here. Anybody got anything exciting they want to tell me? Christine, will it be online? Is that the Sunday morning service, Chris, or is that the silly one that we're doing for charity? The Sunday morning service is always online. Oh yeah, Phil says he is on Saturday. Mary said the Sunday morning service is always on YouTube and on Facebook. And I think the silly one on Thursday, I call it the silly one because that's what I think it's going to be, is on Facebook on Thursday. So yes, Chris, you can watch us all make fools of ourselves if you want. So yeah, it should be quite a good night. I think there's a lot of us. I know Ian's doing it, and I think Holly's doing it. Yes, it's for charity, Chris. I think the idea is, but don't quote me. I think you might have to pay a small amount of money to ask a question to the panel. I think that's how it's going to work, and that's how people are going to build the money up for charity. And I think you could donate anyway. I think there's already a PayPal or a website on Spiritual Productions where you can give money now if you want to, nominate money for them. So, yeah, it's nice that it's going to. Oh, Chris says she's going to join from here. Okay, Chris, be gentle with me if you ask me a question. I don't know whether they're going to be random ones or what's happening, but it's based on Celebrity Squares, and I can't even remember what that program did. All I can remember is the pictures. And I think because it's Zoom, we're all going to be on there. That's it. Indie Rose Charity for Children. That's right, Mary. That rings a bell. At the end of the day, I think whatever, especially if it's a children's charity, there's nothing nicer than to be able to give a little bit back, is there? And not being funny, even if you haven't got you're financially not able to give something back. We all give in our own way to help. So it's not all about money either. So, even if there's some of you that can't afford to put anything in, come and watch it anyway. It makes no difference. You don't have to pay to come and watch it. So I think it's just if you want to ask a question. So, okie dokie. Well, we've given it a few minutes, and I think everybody who's going to be here is going to be here. Like I was saying earlier, the numbers on the YouTube channel on a Friday seem to be going down. I mean, still about 40 people that seem to watch it, but I didn't know what your view on it is, whether you'd prefer me to just do every other week on Spiritual Productions, or whether you want me to still carry on with the YouTube one in between. Maybe you can text me or message me or let me know on Facebook or on this YouTube channel, what your preference is. So, I mean, even if only a few people wanted to do it, I'm quite happy to carry on as long as you don't get bored with me. So, okie dokie, let's find ourselves nice and comfy. Get our bottoms nice and settled in our chairs. And let's just close our eyes. And we're going to listen to our breathing. Just listen as you breathe in and out. Relax your body. Relax your arms and your legs. Let your body feel heavy. Wiggle your bottom in your chair just to make sure you feel nice and secure. Feel how heavy your arms are feeling. Just give your head a bit of a stretch. Let any tension go out of your head and your neck. Just enjoy that feeling of peace and quiet. Let any noises you hear from outside just drift in and drift away. This is your time for relaxation, your time for being quiet, your time for having some peace, some time for you. You will give out so much energy, so much compassion and love to others. This is your time to get some back. And I want you to visualize that beautiful white light as it comes up through your chest area, up through your feet. Watch as it goes up your shins, past your knees, into your thighs, through your tummy area, through your chest area, down your arms, into your hands, through your neck, into your head. Watch as that white light completely fills your body. Making you feel peaceful, making you feel quiet, making you feel relaxed. Feel that white light go deep into your heart area. Notice how loved you feel, how worthwhile you are. You're important. Your life means something. Never forget that. And just enjoy that relaxation as you listen to your breathing. The white light body is filled with beautiful white light energy. You feel peaceful and calm. And today we're going to find ourselves standing outside a large mansion house. It's very grand. It's made of stone. You're standing on the gravel pathway that leads up to the house. I want you to start walking towards the mansion. You can hear the gravel crunch beneath your feet. You can see there are lots and lots of steps that lead up to the mansion door. On either side, there are the largest stone lions you've ever seen engraved into the mansion walls. This place is absolutely beautiful. It has so much history. And as you walk up to the mansion, just imagine how many people walked along this pathway in the past. People of all different eras, different ages have walked in the same steps you're walking today. Walk up to where the steps start, and I want you to start to walk up the stone steps up to the very, very large wooden doors. Doors are at least 7 foot tall. They're enormous. And I want you to knock on the door. When you knock on the door begins to open. It might creak as it opens, as it's a very old door. Who's opening the door to you? Who's standing there by the door beckoning you to come in? Do you recognise them? Have you seen them before? Go through the door. And as you go through, you see the most enormous large staircase in front of you. And as the staircase goes off, it has stairs that carry on going up from the left and from the right to different rooms in this mansion. The stairs are covered in the most beautiful deep red plush carpet. It is very, very opulent. When you look down at the floor is covered in lovely marble. Look at the different colours in the marble. See how it sparkles. It may feel cold on your feet. You may feel the chill in the air as you walk into the mansion. Or is it so large? There's a most beautiful chandelier hanging in the hallway. And as you look up, it sparkles in the light as the sun gleams through the windows and hits the chandelier. Watch all the different colours, every colour of the rainbow. As the chandelier is sparkling in the light. And as the door is open, there might still be a slight wind. You might hear the crystal in the chandelier just tinkling, just making a very, very slight sound. It sounds like music. It's absolutely beautiful. You notice the door closes behind you now. You walk into the room. You see so many paintings on the wall. Each painting is in a wonderful gold frame, so ornate. Some of the paintings are really large, maybe as big as you are. Others are much smaller. Have a look around. Look at the paintings. What are they? What are on the paintings? There may be paintings of people who have lived in this mansion, time that's gone by. They may be wearing older clothes. There may be scenes of trees and landscapes, paintings of the sea. Each one has a different meaning. Go and stand in front of a painting that you're drawn to. What's on this painting? How does it make you feel? Maybe somewhere you feel you've been before, somewhere you visited, maybe somewhere you've even been in a past life. Look at all the details of that painting. Look at the colours, the way the paint is put on the canvas. Is it an oil painting? Is it a watercolour? Is it an abstract painting? Notice how you feel as you stare at this painting. How do you feel inside? Is it making you feel happy? Is it making you feel sad? Is it bringing up memories of the past even? Just enjoy looking at that painting, taking every single detail on board. Now if you look in the bottom right hand corner, there might be a signature of the person who did this painting. Have a look. I want you to carry on walking around the hallway now. And you notice there are several wooden doors. And on the doors are different brass plaques. I want you to look for the door that's marked library. Just walk round the hall and have a look for the door that's marked library. When you find it, I want you to go into the door, in through the door. And as you go in, you notice that the walls are covered with shelves, the ground right up to the ceiling. They're covered with so many books. The room is filled with books. And there are ladders around the room that you can move, so you can reach all the books if you wanted to, all the ones that are up high. There's a fire blazing in a very large fireplace. And above the fireplace is a mantle. Go over to the mantel shelf, and on the mantel shelf, 2 pictures in frames. What are your pictures of? Is it a landscape? Is it a person? It may be a place you recognise. I want you to remember these pictures. They may be black and white, they may be sepia or coloured. They could be recent pictures or old pictures. But I do feel they will be pictures of either people or places you recognise. And as you look around the room at all the books, some quite new, but others are very, very old and dusty, and there's a musty smell around them. They look as if they might fall apart if you touch them. There's so many different books. You may feel you're drawn to some of them. Look at some of the titles. This could be important to you. It might be something that you're drawn to within your spiritual work. It may just be something you're interested in. It could be a book that Spirit are asking you to find. Have a look and see if there's a title you're drawn to. And if there is, remember that title, because you may be able to find that book when you return from this meditation. If you get the chance, you may be able to read it. Then find out what it is that Spirit are trying to tell you. In the corner of the room, you notice a large wooden desk, very old-fashioned with brass handles. And behind it is the most comfortable leather chair you've ever seen. Go and sit on the chair. Feel yourself sink into it. Sink into the leather. It's really soft. It's the most beautiful soft leather. You feel really, really comfortable and protected in this chair. It's just as though somebody has got their arms around you, keeping you safe. As you sit back on this chair and relax. In front of you on the desk is some paper, an old-fashioned ink pen in an inkwell. I want you to take the pen and just think back over your life. Think back to something that has stayed with you. Something you're not happy about. Something you can't forget. Maybe something traumatic that happened to you, a memory you'd rather forget. You're safe in this room, and your memories cannot harm you. Feel this situation deep inside of you. It may be quite upsetting as you remember it, but don't forget you're safe and you're protected in this room. And I want you to take the pen and I want you to write all about this situation on the paper. All the things that have stayed with you and upset you about this situation. It may be hard for you to bring them to the surface, but by doing this, you will release all those feelings, all those unwanted negative energies of feelings that have been holding you down inside. We all have things that we put in little boxes inside us that we don't want to go to because they hurt us. This is a time, sitting in this chair, feeling protected, open that box and let some of those feelings out. Write the words down that may have been spoken unjustly. Just write down all the words that come into your mind about the situation. Scribble them down. It doesn't have to make sense. How do you feel when you think about it? Do you feel anger, sadness? Write it down. Do you feel sorrow or guilt or unhappiness? Write it all down. And notice that those feelings are coming out of your body now onto the paper. Notice how you've got a feeling of release, a feeling of emptiness within your body now. Where you had a feeling of heaviness, a feeling that something was holding you down, that you had a weight inside you, that you were holding on to. You don't need this. This is something that happened in the past that can be taken away, something you don't need to dwell on anymore. Because now we're going to look forward to the future. We're not going to look backwards. This is something you can let go, something you can release. Feel as all those feelings come from your body, go into the paper as you're writing all those words down. Write those feelings down. Write how angry you might have felt, how unhappy you might have felt. Write down what happened, how unjustly you might have felt you've been treated. Doesn't matter how hard it is. You may feel emotions, you may feel tears, but these are going to be tears of release. We're going to let all of this go today. We're not going to hang on to it. From today, those feelings are going to go. They're going to disappear and we're not going to carry them with us anymore. Notice how lighter and brighter you feel. You're releasing all those negative feelings and energies. You can only feel peace and love in your entire body. Put the pen down when you finish writing. Just notice that peace and tranquility, that feeling of release and feeling of lightness. All those negative energies that you've been carrying from the past have now gone and are in that piece of paper. I want you to take that piece of paper, screw it up into a ball as tight as you can, and then walk over to the fire. Throw the piece of paper into the fire. Watch as the paper burns. Watch as the flames of the fire engulf the paper. Watch as the paper turns to ash. And as the ashes gently go up the chimney, they go out into infinity, where they can hurt nobody. They've disappeared. You now realise how light your body feels, how more settled you are. There's no anxiety about this situation. It has been lifted. You've completely released all that pent-up emotion and feelings you had. You feel wonderful. Now it's time to move forward, to go forward. Let those past negative energies just disappear into the past. They're completely gone, and you won't carry them with you anymore. They'll have no effect on you whatsoever. You feel amazing as you walk around the room. Once again, we're saying it's time to move forward. Look around the books along the shelves. And you're going to ask Spirit to draw you to a certain book. Whether this has to do with your future pathway, or it may be to do with your spiritual work, how you're going to develop, just take a look. Pick the book you're drawn to. What does a book look like? Is it old or new? Have a look and see what the title of the book is. Take the book from the shelf. I want you to take the book, and as you do, you notice a coloured ribbon that's within the pages of the book. What colour is this ribbon? This ribbon is significant for you, and this colour at this time. I want you to open the book where the ribbon falls, and inside, I want you to read the 2 pages that open to you. Have a look at the words. If you can't see any words, then how do you feel? What do you think is written in this book? If there are no words that come out to you, then just close your mind. What are you being told? Read the words in the book if you can. This is what you should concentrate on in your life at the moment. Of course, you have free will and you don't have to. But try and remember what it says, what the subject is about. So you can write it down. After the meditation, you might be surprised what's written in the book. It might be something you've been thinking of doing, or it could be a complete surprise. Just remember and make a note of it. If you want to, then go over to the desk. There's some more paper on the desk. Write on the paper what's written in the book. Write on the paper what your feelings are as you open this book. If you don't see anything in the book, you may see a picture if you don't see words. You may have words come into your head. Write down how you're feeling or what is written. This is right for you. I'm saying to you, write it down so that you remember, so that it's in your mind, so that you don't forget. You may wish to take the book with you. You may wish to just put it back on the shelf. It may be a book, as I said earlier, that you might want to try and find. That book may exist. It may just be a book that the spirit world have manifested for you. A way of them telling you what you should concentrate on in your life at the moment, where your life should be going, what you want to do. Remember, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. You can control your life. You can succeed in anything you want. The only person holding you back is yourself. Give it a try. If there's something you want to do, then try. Don't say I can't. Say I can. Maybe when you've tried it, you might realise that that thing isn't for you. And then move on to something else. But whatever you want to do in life, you can achieve. You have the confidence, you have the strength to move forward. Now it's time for us to leave the library. You can fold the piece of paper up with the words on it if you want, the writing you've done. Put it in your pocket if you want to take it with you. Go back to the door of the library. Go through the door and gently close the door behind you. Remember, you can always come back to this library. Anytime you feel you need advice, anytime you're quite lost and you don't know where you're going in life, go back to the library. Be guided to another book. See what happens. If things crop up in your life in the future that you don't like, that you feel negative about, then go back into this library. Write it down on the paper, screw it up and throw it into the fire, and watch as those negative energies and feelings just disappear. You can come back whenever you want. Close the door of the library behind you. Go back past all the paintings, all the wonderful pictures. Go back to where you see the beautiful chandelier. Look up the stairs of this mansion on a red carpet. And I know many of you are thinking now, I really want to walk up those stairs. You will do, but that's going to be our journey on another day. Another day when we can come back once again to this mansion. But next time we'll go up the stairs and we will see what awaits us. So for the time being, I want you to walk back to the large wooden door, the entrance of the mansion. Say thank you to the spirit world for allowing you to visit this mansion today, for giving you help, for helping you get rid of past anxieties and problems. Go out of the mansion and close the door behind you. Now you can come back whenever you want. I want you to walk down the stone steps past the lions, down to the bottom of the steps, back onto the gravel pathway. You can feel the gravel beneath your feet as you walk along back up the pathway, back to the wet place where you began your journey. Feel the gravel beneath your feet. Feel how strong and solid you feel, how grounded you feel. Now feel your bottom on your chair, feel your feet on your carpet or your laminate floor at home. You're back in your room, back from your journey. feeling refreshed, feeling energized, ready to carry on with your day. When you're ready, just open your eyes and come back into the room. I hope you all enjoyed that little meditation. It might have been quite a tough one for some of you, but it is good to release stuff. And I think we all have that little box that we keep inside ourselves, and we go to think about things, we think, no, I'm not going to go there. And we put that lid down again. And sometimes it's really, really good. It's healing to get rid of all that stuff that we keep inside us. Because that stuff can turn to anger, to depression, to illness. So it's good to get rid of it. So for all of those of you that know how to close down, I ask you to close down. For those of you that don't, if you could just follow my short visualization. So I want you to visualize a purple light in the middle of your forehead. Just turn that light off. Go down to a purple light in your throat area. A blue light in your throat area, sorry, and turn that blue light off. Down to a green chakra in your heart area, where your heart is, and turn that light bulb off. Down to the yellow bulb in your solar plexus, where you get your gut feelings, just above your tummy button. Turn that light off. Down to your orange solar plexus, just below your tummy button. Turn that orange light off. And finally, down to the red light bulb right at the bottom of your spine. Turn that red light off. And we're just going to go back and double check that the purple light in the middle of our forehead is off. The blue light in our throat area is off. The green light in our heart area is off. The yellow light in our solar plexus just above our tummy button is off. The orange light below our tummy button is off. And finally, the red light at the base of our spine is turned off. We're now completely closed, and I'm going to ask you to visualize the roots of a tree going from your hands and your feet deep down into the earth. I want you to put a cloak of protection around your shoulders, over your head and under your feet. Visualize yourself in a beautiful, protective white light. You're now totally closed. You're totally ready to carry on with your day, to move forward, feeling energized and ready for anything. I hope everybody enjoyed the meditation. As you know, Spirit gave me my meditations. I do add to them a little bit myself, of course, but I did find when I got to the bottom of the stairs that I was told we will come back there again another time, because I felt I wanted to walk up the stairs, and I felt a lot of you also did. So let's see what happens when we go up the stairs another time, another meditation. I'll wait and see what they give me. I hope everybody feels happy and comfortable. I will be doing my meditation next week on Spiritual Productions if you want to join me. It's lovely if anybody puts any comments up so I know if you've enjoyed the meditation and that I've not been sitting here talking to myself. I want you to all keep safe, keep happy. God bless you all until we see each other again. Bye-bye.